Hello everyone, my name is Tina Louise Spalding and I'm a trance channel. Hello subscribers, hello friends and family. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve on the end of December 17, to, the end of 2017, tomorrow's 2018, and I just wanted to do a recording for you. So I have had a very interesting year. Many challenges, many positive things. The best news, I suppose, is that all 6 of my books have been picked up by a Chinese publisher and are being translated into Chinese and published in China. And that was a very unexpected gift for this year. Also, I do want to remind those of you that haven't purchased it yet, the 6th book, You Can Break Free from the Karma of Chaos, is available on Amazon.com in hard copy. It took a little while to get on there. It was on Kindle for a while and no hard copies were available. So it's in paperback now, so you can pick that up if you haven't read that book. It's a very interesting book about Earth's history, the Holocaust, Nazi Germany, and information about extraterrestrials. So not your run-of-the-mill book. So I am going to bring Ananda through, and I'm sure Jesus will have some words for you for the new year as well. So I'll just take a breath and we'll see what Ananda has to say. We're with you again, dear ones. First of all, we want to applaud you for your work in 2017. From our point of view as beings that look at your planet from a much higher perspective than you do, you are all involved in your little dramas on the ground, your nationalistic boundaries, your economies, your families, your bodies. It's very hard for you to see the progress you've made sometimes, but we want you to know that as a collective, you have raised your frequency considerably. Some of that frequency has been shifted through anger, and we will explain that a little bit here. When you are complacent, when you are in a powerless feeling place, when you're disillusioned, there's not much energy flowing, and your creative self is not really thriving. Sometimes when somebody pokes you a little bit and you get upset with what's happening, that increase in energy that you feel as upset or anger or just wishing things would change can be a very, very creative force. Now, we don't want you to stay there. Anger is a motivator. It should not be a constant in you, but we are seeing that tendency, and we want to bring this to your attention. To be upset by what's happening is okay, but you then want to move through using that anger as an energetic springboard for you to focus on what you do want. So because you aren't taught about how creation works in your world, you have a tendency to keep focusing on the thing you don't like, the thing you don't want. You focus that anger there. What we want you to do is react to that thing that you don't like, feel that surge of energy, and then use it to springboard you towards what you do want. Because as long as you focus on what you don't want, you're going to get more of that, and the energy that you are inadvertently focusing on that subject is going to feed that subject, the one you don't want. So this is a very, very fundamental thing for you, especially as you're going through these next few years, and particularly 2018, you are going to have some things revealed to you, as you are already, that you don't like, that you think are wrong and that should never have happened. What we don't want to see is you going around and around and around. They're bad, they shouldn't have done it, this shouldn't have happened, on and on the same litany. If you have seen something revealed in the news or revealed in your families or revealed in your education systems or your churches, take that thing you don't want and use it as a contrasting element to help you create what you do want, the opposite of that thing. So as you are witnessing sexual misconduct, use that energy to propel you towards a more egalitarian society. Do not use it as a weapon against the old world. This is where you're going to fall down in 2018 if you don't understand the laws of creation as they relate to focus and energy. Whatever you focus on with a lot of energy, you are going to get more of. So make sure that you feel your ire and then turn in the opposite direction and say, I don't want sexism, I don't want racism. How can I change that? That means you teach your children not to be sexist and racist. This is one of the first things as parents, as grandparents, as aunties, as uncles, as brothers, as sisters. You are all involved with children in your lives in one form or another. Don't allow those sexist and racist comments to go by. Don't buy sexist toys. Don't buy guns for little boys and dolls for little girls. Use your imagination and think, what will the world need in 20 years? What can I give this being for their birthday or their Christmas present if you are doing that? What can I give them that will open up a new possibility for them, not the old traditional ways? So we would say give them creative things, give them generative things, give them physically stimulating things. So a bicycle, a ball, art supplies, books, anything that's creative is going to take your children into a frequency of connection to source. Creativity is one of the great connectors to source. And if they are given creative toys, creative self-expression, time in art classes, time in physical play that's not too organized, not too structured, let them just enjoy themselves throwing sticks in the lake and climbing trees and building sandcastles, these kinds of things. That connection to the natural world is a wonderful, wonderful gift. So get your children outside, get them away from plastic toys, get them into nature. And if you do that with your children, you must do the same thing. If a child is going to play in the water or in the sand or in the leaves, get in there and do it with them as well. This is a wonderful gift for them, and it is a wonderful gift for you, because too many of you are urbanized. Too many of you are hooked into your technology, and we know that we're using your technology right now to help shift this tide. We have to, because this is where you all are. And we know that this is a paradoxical message because you are on your computers watching this or on your phones watching this. But you can, after this message, turn it off, put your boots on, put your hat on, whatever the weather requires, and get outside and enjoy nature. She is your friend. She's not your enemy, despite what the news says. So that is one of the things that we want to remind you of as you go into this new year, is to feel your anger, feel the energy, feel the disclosure, the shock of what you're learning about, and then move forward. Bring as much love to every situation that you can, and you will hear us here say, A Course in Miracles lessons are beautiful to start on the new year, because you have a natural watershed moment in your calendar, and January 1st is a beautiful time to start the lessons of A Course in Miracles again if you have slipped off that path, or for the first time. They are free online. You can get those lessons. We do recommend that you purchase the book, but you can start January 1st with free lessons of A Course in Miracles online. And of course, all of our videos support that particular teaching and encourage you to do that teaching. It is imperative this year that you step back from your belief in attack as a way to solve problems. This is what you have seen time and time again in your world wars and attacks and judgments. They bring the same thing, no matter which year you apply them in. Love, heals all wounds. Love is the way to alleviate suffering in your own mind and in your relationships. That means that you look after yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally first. And in that self-love, you then have a connection to health, strength, and power that you can contribute to the world. A lot of you are really suffering in this self-love department. You are attacking yourselves. You are attacking others, not realizing that when you attack another, you injure your own self, your own mind, your own heart. You are all connected. And you must remember this going into the new year, because you're going to have a lot of challenges coming up in the form of change, in the form of transformation of society, and in the form of revelations of secrets. If you use this information correctly, the information that we are giving you, you will be able to cope with all of those changes using the energy of surprise or offense or of anger to create that which you do want. We are Ananda. We are your guides and teachers. We are here to assist you in your ascension process, and that is what is picking up speed now. We want you to know that the changes that we have talked about for so long will be seen on the ground, in the air, and in the institutions of your planet this year. There is nothing to fear. The only thing you need to fear is continuing on the path that you have been on, the one of incessant war, attack, separation, and environmental degradation. You cannot carry on that path and live much longer. So do not fear the changes. Fear staying the same. Fear keeping on the trajectory that your society has been on for the last few decades. That is what you need to not want. But don't stay in fear. Get yourselves motivated into creating what you do want. And in that, you will be shining a light for all of your brothers and sisters for this coming year. We will now pass our dear one over to Jesus, and he will give you his New Year's message. We will speak to you again soon. You are blessed beings. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and this end of a calendar year is a wonderful time for you to take stock of what this year has taught you and what you want to bring into being in this next year. We don't want you to do what you normally do with your resolutions, which is, I am going to give up something. That is a negative. When you block energy and say, that thing I want, I'm not going to allow myself to have it, you really are putting a lid on your creative energy. What we want to do is to encourage you to go for what you do want. When you don't go for what you do want, these medications, food, drugs, television, shopping, these kinds of things seem very, very positive because you are unsatisfied. You are hungry. If not physically, then mentally or emotionally, you are hungry. But if you go for what you want, if you go for your passion, if you follow your heart, if you listen to that small voice that says, let's buy a bike, let's buy a horse, let's go for that, let's join a hiking club, let's join a painting class. It does not have to be consistent with any idea of what success is in your society. It will be unique to you. There'll be something that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done. It may be even being more social. It may be being less social if you're addicted to other people's company because you don't like to be alone. Trust that small voice that keeps telling you to do something. Each one of you is a unique sacred being. Each one of you has a guiding voice within you that is designed for you and you alone, given your karmic history, given your reincarnational history, given your assignment that you gave to yourself for this lifetime. It is different for each one of you. And so when you do as others wish you to do, you are living by their guidance system, not by your own. So we want you to make a promise on this first day of the year to honor yourself more, to say yes to that small voice inside that says, I would like to do this. I've wanted to do this for years. Let's do it this year in whatever form you can manage. If you love horses, for example, but you can't afford one, begin to ask around your neighborhood. Is there somebody who has a horse that needs some help? Is there somebody around here that could use some assistance in caring for their animals? Watch movies about horses. Draw pictures of horses. These kinds of things. Watch videos about caring for horses. Every time you say, yes, this is something I'm interested in, and you follow that little directive, the universe brings more and more and more energy to bringing that real event into your life. You may even begin to dream about horses. Now, horses are not a particular thing for everybody. We're just using this as an example. But it may be gardening, it may be renovating, it may be getting fit and healthy this year. Make today the day that you decide, I am not giving anything up. I am going for the gold. I'm going for what I want to experience, because at the end of this incarnation, if I don't do this thing, if I don't finally do this thing, I will be sorry. And I know it. I can feel it in my heart. This is selfish in your traditional training's eyes, going for what you want, listening to that inner guidance. But we will tell you, when you follow your passion, when you get that spiritual nourishment, when you feel that connection to source, because that is what you will feel when you are doing that thing you love, that is your gift to the world. And that energy of connection, that energy of creative connection is healing to the planet. It is not damaging to the planet. It is the medications and the lower frequency substitutes that you turn to when you don't follow your passions. That is what damages the world. So let those things go. Don't focus on them, but know that they will fall away from you as you begin to focus more and more of your time on that which you know that you want to experience. This may not seem like a great revelation to you, but we will tell you, if everyone on your planet followed their hearts and did what they loved, this would be a different place indeed. Much of the violence, much of the sadness, and much of the suffering would be alleviated. But your job is not to worry about the world right now. Your job is to heal your own mind, heal your own heart, follow that guidance, study the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and reveal to yourself that in your mind which is not working for you, because that is what the lessons of A Course in Miracles do. They reveal to you that which is not working for the benefit of your heart and mind and this current incarnation. You will heal the world by healing yourself. And you heal yourself by listening to how you feel, following that inner guidance gently and lovingly towards that which you want more of. We are here to assist you in your ascension process, and being at peace, being happy, being joyful, being calm, content, and non-violent is the way. Do whatever you can this year to achieve those goals. They don't have to look bright and shiny and lucrative in the world's eyes. You will know how well you're doing in the quiet of your own heart and mind. And that is where a peaceful world is manufactured. It is in the peaceful heart and the quiet mind. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we wish you a very, very happy new year, full of new passions, new joys, and revelations. We will speak to you again soon. Okay, Happy New Year, everyone. Hopefully I can load this up. I'm in a Wi-Fi intermittent zone. If you're watching this, obviously I managed it. So I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.